Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are here in a fresh new world, starting out season 3 of GT6, surviving GT6. I don't even know the name of the pack that I created in the series I'm making. You know how this works, Bear no speak English. Alright, so starting to get things going here, picking up rocks as always. Here, you can hold my sign for right now. Here's your sign. Alright, so we got a bit of stibnite already. Let's go ahead and we're going to be checking out the book. Thanks to Mirror Day for allowing us to use the starting of the book that he had made, and Chubby Turtle for continuing it for us. But we're going to try to go through it and make sure everything looks good, works well, and starting out we have to start at the Stone Age. There is some info stuff here. You guys might want to read this. I'm not reading because, well, I kind of told him what to put for most of this stuff. But anyways, Stone Age, first thing, pick up rocks, pick up sticks. Yeah, we got it. So first thing we need to make is pickaxe, shovel, and axe. But first thing we need to do is get off of this mountain without breaking my ankle. So you might have seen just a minute ago, I picked up a stick, put it right here. That'll consolidate it down to one type of stick. Save you some... Ooh, hello. That's a hole. But we're not interested in the hole today. Consolidate things down. Ooh, that's pyrolusite. Alright, that's good. We will definitely need that. Get used to this screen, because there will be a whole lot of me marking things. Alright, good thing about where we spawned at, we are in a spruce area, a hills biome. That means we have rubber trees. So if there is, sticky resin, we can use that to make torches early on. We definitely want to get a sapling for this, but we can come back for that later. And you can also burn sticky resin. One thing Greg added I think is awesome. There's a fuel tab that actually tells you how many items it will smelt. So sticky resin burns for the same as a stick or a sapling. We've got a jungle right there, which is gorgeous. I never get to see jungles because they are really hard to find. And we've got granite here. Not the greatest. We do want granite, but we want red or black granite. Now that down there, we definitely want to get a hold of. So we're going to grab another stick. And we're going to make our first tool that's not listed in our first tools, which is a knife. We're going to right click, and that'll give us dry bark, and we will use that later. This is rotten. It's going to give us like fertilizer. We don't want that. Alright, so we've got a nice plains here. We got some cows. Right now we're going to live off some berries. So we got red currants off the berry bushes. And we're just going to pick up some more sticks. Some more rocks. That was Colton. I think that's part of the pyrolusite, but we will mark it, because that's actually a new, I don't think it's a new vein, I think it's a change vein, but it's not something I'm used to having, so I'll have to check that out later. All these sticks consolidated. And let's see what else we have to find here. Ooh, that looks awesome right there. We need to make our way over there. We have lots of cows. That is quite nice. I thought that was clay under there for a minute, but it was just dirt. Yeah, I think that's copper right there. Let's pick up some more rocks. Dude, with the cows, there are cows everywhere. Excuse me, guys, I'm going to take this. Oh, yep, that is most definitely a copper vein right there. So that is a tetra vein, has copper in it. These are GregTech 6 veins are huge if you don't know that. The boundaries, the outer edges, are these small ores, and then the regular ores are in the middle. So I actually like to kind of live off of the small ores early on. That way I'm not wasting copper because I can't macerate it yet. So come nighttime, I'll come out here and mine up a whole bunch of this. We still need to get our starting tools done. I'm going to run over here to these trees and grab some, stop picking things up, grab some wood, turn that down. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our first two tools, which is going to be a shovel made just like the knife except not sideways, and you can use a regular rock. It's a really crappy shovel, but it's our first shovel. It will work. I guess this is a good time to point out, if you notice, I have contains materials. That's F3H. You hit that while you're not in your inventory, and it'll turn on your advanced tooltips and show you that. I do believe the quest book told us on one of those pages. Also, you see where this says Q1 S3D64. That is the quality, the tier, the speed, and the durability. So regular rocks are going to give us quality 1, speed of 2, durability of 16, rather crap. But granite is going to give us a little extra speed and 4 times the durability. So we're going to use those and make us an axe. Now, with our knife or our axe, we can right click, and that will make beams. It won't do the timber function that you can normally do, but it'll give you the beams, and you will also get bark, which is good for an early game fuel, because if we look at the fuel, it is the exact same as the resin or a stick. Now, if we look at the durability, I did 6 blocks, and my axe went down from 6,400 to 6070, so 330 durability I lost cutting down those 6 blocks. So now this one will use the timber function, And that has given us 5. Oh, there's a 6th. I thought that was 6 high tree. And you'll see that now our durability has gone from 60, 70 to 54, 55, which should be more durability loss than the beam. And if we use this, it's only going to give us 2 planks, where if we use the beam, it'll give us 3. So it's better to use the timber function, or better to do it block by block with the beams than it is to use the timber function. Eventually, when you get machines like a debarker and cutter, you may want to use the timber function, but here early on, doing it this way is way better when your tools kind of suck and you don't have any other way of debarking them. Now, I can replace those logs on the ground. That's going to be way worse on durability because I will literally be re-breaking it. Let's go ahead and get over here where our copper is. And I'm going to go ahead and make us our first... Yeah, nope. There's a cave right here. We're going to nope right out of it and come down here for the moment. I know it's really dark, but that's a skeleton and I'm allergic to some of the arrows they have. And I would rather not die at the moment. Alright, so now we got that. We can make our first pickaxe, which is going to be a stone one, which is crap. But we haven't picked up enough flint. There is gravel here. We could... Oh, crap. That's even worse. We could grab some gravel and get some flint as well with our shovel, but right now the main thing I want to do is use this resin and make a torch. Alright. And let's see what we've got. Okay, looks nice and calm down here. For the moment, I'm going to hang out here for the night. Make a chest so we have somewhere to drop stuff off at. There we go. And let's go check the book. We have all our tools. We'll get a cookie. We did a thing. We get a cookie. Alright, so we have hammer time. It explains about red and black granite. Making that to get tier 3 rocks. And I just found a thing that needs to be fixed, so I'll have to turn that into Chubby, or well, he'll see it when he sees the video, one or the other. But it explains being able to make rocks with a hammer, which we will go out and see if we can find some granite tomorrow for that. It explains your early weapons, which is a knife and a club. We can make a club out of limestone, but it's kind of crap. It's a good early rock crushing primitive weapon, booga booga weapon, but we're not going to do it out of that. We're going to wait until we get some red or black granite, and we'll make one out of that. But the next thing we can do is we're going to turn all of this fruit into fruit salad, which should also... Oh, that's under that one. Okay. Well, I need to get outside and get some grass with my knife, but there's that skeleton out there, so I gotta be very careful that he does not shoot me, because that's gonna suck. But since it's nighttime, this is a good time to dry some grass. Luckily, this has magnet mode for the picking up of stuff, so we don't have to worry about picking it up. It'll pick it up. Holy crap, we're being invaded. Okay, back downstairs. In the cave, luckily they can't path over that. They will fall down in there though and come around this way to me, so I'll have to be careful of that. But let's go ahead and make our grass bales, and then we need to set those out. You don't want to put them outside because if it rains, they will get rotten, and rotten grass bales will do you no good for what we're wanting it for, which is we want dry grass. See, I told you this guy was going to get here. I guess this is a good point to discuss the attributes that materials have in GT6. You'll notice that my flint knife caught him on fire. Oh yeah, here they all come. Hi guys. Where my granite one does not, that's because flint has fire aspect 1 on it, which is very bad when you're killing zombies because, well, you don't want to get caught on fire by them touching you. But it's very good for things like creepers and skeletons that can't catch you on fire. You also notice that zombies drop all kinds of stuff. If you get annoyed by that, there is a config for it. I will not be turning that off because I don't mess with the configs. I leave them as default so you guys can see exactly how the game was intended by Greg. There is a chance that zombies can drop matches, which is where I got that match. They also will poop in your inventory, which is what I consider the mud. Normally, as normal, you get rotten flesh. You can also get rocks out of them and flint. And we got a material dictionary for seawater. That came from the zombie villager. Zombie villagers are like portable librarians. They carry all kinds of books in their inventory. It's a good way of getting lots and lots of books. Some that you may need, some you may not need. I'm going to go ahead and grab this bit of gravel here, which will give me a bit more flint. So I can make me a flint pickaxe. And I'm going to grab a little bit more and see if I can make a... Oh, that'll do it right there. You notice how I've got the swirly bits, that speed and jump boost. You get that from eating anything with sugar. Fruit has sugar. If you eat too much of it at one time, it's not a lasting effect. It's a like gorging type of thing. You don't want to eat too much of one thing at one time, or you can end up getting diabetes. But there is a bonus for eating a little bit more than just one. Like if I eat this cookie, I probably will not get speed boost and jump boost, but if I eat 2 of them, I probably would. Meat will give you resistance, and if you eat too many of them, you'll have a heart attack. Oh, crap. Yeah, you are gonna die really quick, like. And my tool broke, so now I have mining's fatigue. You don't want to break a tool. You get weakness 3, mining fatigue 3. That's a good reason to get better tools rather quickly. And I don't like that guy standing right there, because he is not going to take any damage from the sun. He is under that block. Alright, let's see if I can get him dead quickly. Get off of me. Okay, good, he's dead. I have werebane allergy, basically. I made the mistake of complaining at Greg that werebane was kind of useless as a material attribute because there are very few mods that add werewolves, so he made me a werebear, so now I am allergic to werebane, and those guys have a good chance of shooting arrows that have werebane on it, and that's very, very bad for me. So I try to stay away from skeletons. Very bad. Alright, so let's go ahead. I was going to do this at night, but, well, we got kind of invaded. Go ahead and break out some of this. We're going to need cobblestone for the furnace that we're going to make here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of this. The main things you're going to need material-wise is copper and tin. You're going to need to make a lot of bronze. And so us having this vein here is very good because that is one of the 2 down. And luckily, you know, tin is the smaller part of bronze, so we can possibly live off of small tin ores if we find any around this mountain. There we go. We've got crushed copper and crushed tin. As for the attributes for the materials, like if you want fire aspect, you can literally just type that in here and it will show you every material that will give you fire aspect if it's made into a tool. So flint gives you 1. Also flame, because, well, they're the same thing depending on if it's on a weapon or a tool. You got blaze, obsidian, firestone, netherrack, nether brick, and that's a modded one that is Twilight Forest, fiery steel, so on and so forth. So any kind of enchantment that you would want, you can just look it up and it'll tell you which material you need to make your weapon out of for it. Same thing if you're into speed. Like I am the exact opposite. I go for durability. I don't go for speed because I have plenty of time. If you're somebody that's in a hurry and you like a lot of time, go for things that have gold or like gilded iron or a material that is made with gold. Like if we look up bronze, there are multiple different ones. You have your regular bronze, which is what we're going to be making, which is 448 durability, speed of 6, quality of 2. But if you go for black bronze, it's actually higher durability, and it's also twice the speed, because it's made with silver and gold, which are a little bit harder to get than tin. But that'll give you a better durability and twice as fast tool if you use it. And because it's made with gold, it also has smite 2 actually. Because it has silver, it has disjunction, and dissolving I do believe is copper. Smite is for zombies, Werebane is for werewolves and, well, me. Disjunction is for endermen, dissolving is for slimes. And eventually you'll learn all of these different things like bismuth bronze, Bane of Arthropods dissolving 2, that's copper, and I think bismuth is the Bane of Arthropods. But anyways, I'm going to have me another fruit salad, and we're going to go walk around here a bit and see what kind of things we can find while our grass dries over there. Not dies. And see if we can find some black granite. That looks like basalt up there, but this is interesting. This is clay. So Greg adds clay layers, and luckily we found this one without having to dig into the ground. And you can see our copper comes all the way over here. I'm going to grab a bunch of this because we're going to need some later. There's a bunch of different colors. There's white, there's brown, there's gray, there's red, there's yellow, there's blue. I think that's it. Oh, let's see. One of Greg's blue spruce trees. Don't think they're great for saplings. They may have a lot of leaves. Crappy for saplings, because Greg's a big old meanie head. We got more shale. Shale is kind of useless, unfortunately. It's a durability or a quality 0. But it is kind of a nice looking block, so I'll probably be building with it this time around. We've got a nice area of it here that I can mine up later. But you definitely don't want to use it for tools. Got more rocks here. We've got this nice hill biome here, so I'm gonna go looking through here and see what we can find. Well, hopefully we'll get lucky and find some black granite so we can get our hammer time quest done. Oh, there's something black right there. That's salt. Okay, that's copper. That's Chaco. So let me see. Ooh, there's more black right there. Is that black granite? Ooh, coal. I'll take that, thank you. Great way of getting torches early on, other than our dry grass we're gonna be using. More salt. More Chaco. Anyways, let's get over here and look. More salt. That's black granite. That's what we're looking for. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. I can now make a pickaxe. 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so that'll give me enough to make a hammer, which is the main thing we want to make. Looks like there might be a little bit up there. Give me just a minute. I'm going to do a little more walking around here, picking up rocks, see what I can find. That's spessartine. We'll mark that just in case. Yes, I can't spell. Hush. Don't want to hear it. Anyways, be right back in just a minute. Alright, so I didn't get as lucky as I was hoping. I only ended up with 7 black granite rocks. But that's because the other 2 I picked up were chromite bearing rocks, which is a good thing, just not for what we're trying to do here. So we are going to make a hammer out of 6 of the ones we have. We could also do our club, which actually works as a hammer, but the hammer also works as a weapon. And the hammer is actually better for durability for breaking rocks. So we're going to grab it instead. Also, that will get us our stop hammer time, which will give us another cookie. And we can now make our furnace because our dried grass is done. And we can just pick this up by hand and then turn that into dry grass. And then we can use the dry grass. You can use it to make torches, 1 per, but what I'm wanting to make is a fire starter. You can make it with dry grass or our dry bark, which I'm going to use the dry bark so I can save the dry grass in case I need torches. And now that will show me that I have those 3 done. If I go to this one, it'll show me I also have the fire starter, because this is the dry bark one. This one is the dry grass one, which is the one you will probably complete. Now we're going to use cobblestone, which we have limestone cobblestone, and we can make our first furnace. And that will get us another cookie. And that will now give us our fast food, because luckily these are not crafting, these are retrieve tasks. So as long as you have them in your inventory, they will work. There is another typo right there that I just happened to see. That explains the diabetes and stuff. So you want to be careful with that. And the last thing we have to do is our club. But with it being nighttime, I'm not going back out there. I already had to run from a bunch of skeletons to get in here. I am going to take this last time here in this one to explain copper. So there are many different kinds of copper. You have your regular copper, which if you cook it, you will get 10 nuggets. It's, an extra nugget for being crushed. If it was dust, it would give you a full ingot's worth. And then you have oh, here we go. All starting to kick off now. Are you gonna, yep. It is almost daytime and you had to wander in here, didn't you? Alright, get out of here. You can hear everything else dying up there, luckily. Okay, anyways. So, copper, that is your best form of copper. Then after that, you have your tetra, which will cook into a chunk, which is 1/4 of a copper ingot. You have your chaco, which is also a chunk's worth. So early on, you'll want to use your copper, tetra, and chaco, so you're getting a decent amount out of them. But you will also have in your tin vein, when we find one, or cassiterite vein when we find one, there will be kesterite. You can smelt the gems, by the way, at least in a crucible. They are only a nugget's worth. Same for the crucible, you get a nugget. There's also stanite that you will also get out of that tin vein, which is a nugget. And if you happen to find a limonite vein, you will get malachite. You can also find these as smalls in the world, which is another nugget. And azurite, which again is a nugget. And you can find these as smalls as well in the world. Alright, now for tin, you basically have copper, or you basically have tin and cassiterite. That's your two tins. If you find a tin vein, it's going to be cassiterite. But you can find smalls randomly in the world, which I was looking for earlier, and all I'd seen was salt. But you can get lucky and find them. You also find galena, which is lead. If you need early on lead, that's a good way of getting it. There's some extra tetra and chaco for more copper. That's part of our actual copper vein. You see how big this thing's going to end up being? It's huge. Oh, look at this. We even got more back here. This is gorgeous. There we go. There's a cassiterite. Alright, so cassiterite will give you 2 when you break it, and it'll give you 7 nuggets. Where if you get 10, it'll be 1 of them, but you will get the 11 like you did for the copper. Anything that's considered a pure element. Ooh, yellow sapphire. Not going to need that anytime soon, but that will come in very handy later on. And my inventory is chock full of crap. We're going to throw this on the ground. That'll end up not despawning, but making a layer there. We're going to go ahead and I think I'm a little bit lost here. We're going to go and use our hammer on some of that black granite. Now, I wanted to get a pickaxe because a pickaxe is better at the durability loss than a hammer is for mining the raw stone. And when you mine it, you're just going to get cobble. And that's the same thing you would get with a club or a pickaxe. But if you replace it and you break it with the hammer, you'll get rocks. And so now I have 4. And Greg has recently added this, that if you hit R and look at how to get black granite rocks, Crusher's always been here, but there is now a hammer. This is the actual tool hammer that shows black granite cobblestone gives you an 80% chance at black granite rocks. And that's the same for every kind of cobblestone. So if for some reason you wanted rocks of another kind, you could use a hammer or a club for that as well. So I'm going to take this black granite rock. I'm going to go make a pickaxe. Then I can come over here and break up a lot of this. Take it back to our little cave we're hanging out in and break it down into more rocks. And that's what I'll use for my early game tools until we get to bronze, which we will be doing in the next few episodes. But you'll see that this is a quality 3, speed 3, durability is 64. So it's the same as regular granite for the durability, but its tier is 3 and its speed is low. So it gives you a tier 3 pick, but not a good tier 3 pick. We'll definitely be wanting to look for something way better for tier 3 soon. We could always go for diamond, but there's better options out there, in my opinion. And we'll get into what those are later. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to do a bit of organizing of my crap here, mainly just throwing things away. By the way, bones can be used as sticks. You can use them to make knives or axes, whatever. Also gives you a bone thing, kind of nice. And you can only get white dye until you have something to process them better. Holy crap, we can actually make a bone club, and it only takes 2 bones. Holy crap, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm so making a bone club here. We're going to make a full-on bone club. I have never seen that recipe before, but I like it. That gets us our last one we needed here. And get a cookie. And now next time we will look at making a burning box and crucible, stuff like that, so we can actually start making bronze. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time. If you're happy to see a new season starting, enjoying the content, hit the buttons, do the things, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.